All right, everybody. Welcome back. All 2 million of you. Patrick Glenn here, sitting in the booth with Coleman Grosspire. What's up, man?
Oh, not much. Just coming to enjoy another match with Jeff.
Yeah, we got the reigning champ, Jeff Gerald Martin, taking on our challenger, Mike Bunnell. And it looks like we are playing 8-ball, race to 10. We're at the Mad Apple Burgers and Billiard Company, located on West College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin. And I just got done with a match. How sad that was. Vince is a strong player, man. He played great. I played decent. I just got to learn to finish, I guess.
Yeah, what's the deal on that? I see he bumped up above 500
Yeah.
rating wise.
Oh,
So
yeah,
does he
yeah,
have like
yeah.
a set amount of weeks that he can hold it before he's got to shift gears to the Knights match?
Yeah, so the way it works is if you go above 500 while you're like the reigning champ or whatever the Fargo is, if you're Knights, whatever, you get 2 matches. You get to play it at once at that Fargo, and then you get 1 additional week. And then after that, we move you up to the next level.
Okay, so will you get sort of fast track to a
Yeah.
Knights challenge then?
Yeah, so if he wins his next match, we'll bump him into the Knights. And we're going to double check on that. Chris said it might be 3, but I'm pretty sure it's just you get 2 matches at that Fargo. But yeah, if we force bump him, he goes right to the front of the list. And as soon as we get him scheduled in, he'll play. All right, so it looks like Jeff won the leg and is getting ready to break here. He's been reigning for a while. What is this? Week number 5, 6? I'd have to.
Might be. Yeah, it's definitely 4 or 5 for sure.
Yeah, I can look it up real quick. Actually, got the stat board right here. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be number 5. And you and your brother have been doing most of commentating for his matches, huh?
Yeah, we've commentated each match so far. This will be the first one without Billy.
Appreciate the help, man. Really do.
Yeah, we enjoy coming over and doing it. Bill and Jeff were kind enough to come and commentate for me when I was
You
doing
cleaned
the
the floor
Jesters
with all of us
division.
guys. I remember I played you. I think you
Yeah.
beat me like 7-3 or something, 7-2, 6-2. Got my clock cleaned.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely enjoyed playing the Jesters match. It was always fun to come, and then you get to watch the replay on the way home and kind of critique yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go watch my match from 10. I missed some ball. There's always a 10 ball. I mean, get on the 10 nice, and I'm just, you let the pressure get to you. But yeah, it is good to watch yourself play. You learn a lot, actually. All right, so Jeff is on solids. He's got a little trouble with the 5 ball that he can work out right here, actually. And Michael Johnson said he'll be reigning until I get my turn. Well, when are you up, Mike? You have any idea? Or do I got to look that up?
Kind of thought he would have played low ball there and kind of came into the 5 to try and push it out, but I mean he's got a window there. He can get back to it without moving it.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck here, though. I mean, what has he got for a shot?
Then on the 6 comes out. Play with a little inside and hold up for the 4 in the side, maybe.
I think he just plays safe here. Just lock it on the 5. If you can. He's calling. He's banking it back. Really going to need to get some transfer spin on there. Looks good. Back in trouble.
Yeah, in trouble.
Nice shot on the 6, though. I mean, he really had to kind of transfer to spin on that ball to get it to come back.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't typically look too deeply into playing a safe. If he's real hung and it's right there, he'll play it. Otherwise, plays pretty aggressive.
Yeah, where are you guys coming from? You guys all travel down here together.
Yeah, we come from Marshfield area, which is over between Wausau and Stevens Point. Not a lot of
Okay, so
pool in the immediate area. Well, not a lot of pool halls in the immediate area.
what's the on the hills are there in Wausau, right? Or
On the hill, I
or
think
Rothschild or
is
something?
yep is over in that area. Jacoby just opened the spot in Nakusa,
Oh, really?
which is a half hour, 40 minutes away. One shot is over in
Owen.
Owen.
Yeah, go hunting up in Owen Withy is where I go, and it was really cool to find that place actually because there's nowhere to shoot pool up there. Look at that shot!
Oh no,
Holy Moses!
no reward either.
Yeah,
Yeah, one shot tables are very humbling. They play very fast, but they play very consistent.
look at this jump. Just unfortunate roll. Just hit the sweet spot right on the 3. Almost went off the table there. All right, so Mike's first chance at the table. He's got a little bit of a problem with the 9 ball he's going to have to work out. Might want to do that right now. Start with the 12, bust that 9 out a little bit. Just tap it because you're good to have a shot on the 15 at least.
Yeah, I think I'd like to take the 14 or the 13 and then go at the 12 to break that out. So that way, if you slide back underneath the 5, you still have one of those balls to shoot at. But the way they're set up right now, if he doesn't move one, you'd have to play a pretty gnarly combo to get to it.
It got kind of straight on it, it looks like. So he's probably going to have to take the 14 there.
Yeah. And I'm kind of looking down the line. The 9 ball is like just barely hung up by the 5.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Maybe like half diamond out or something like that. But
that might actually go. Oop, hit the point there.
Didn't leave Jeff very good.
I think the 5 slides past, possibly.
Yeah, I think the 5 goes past the 14, but how do you get there off the 4? Because
Yeah.
I don't think you want to shoot the 5 now. You kind of end up in kind of a weird situation where you can run into a lot of traffic.
Well, that cue ball's coming right off the 9, so it play the right speed. It should spin over to the right side of the table. Have a shot in between the 10 and the 12, possibly. But it's kind of hard to predict how that cue ball's coming off the 9 if he does play it. So he's going to go with the 4. Does the 4 go by? It's close. It's a beautiful shot right there. But going to be in trouble. Michael Johnson, you're waiting to hear back from Pat. Well, today's your lucky day because I'm Pat. I'm the guy with the list. Let me see where you're at on the Knights. Let me see here. Gotta scroll through a whole bunch of names. There's a lot of people on this list. Oh. Looking at the wrong list.
Didn't end up too bad there for Jeff. If Mike decides to try and get out here, he's got to figure something out for the 8 ball.
Yeah, 8 ball's definitely hiding. All right, Michael Johnson, you got a bit of a wait. You got 36 players in front of you. Plus, we got about 2 weeks scheduled out or so. So, looking at about 40-ish weeks with time off and whatnot. So it's going to be a while.
So about June next year, July, something like that.
It could, I mean, it's hard to say because, we have off weeks and it's just hard to predict it all.
Yeah.
That's why, sometimes I get people like, well, this many weeks ago I was only this far back and now I'm still, and I'm like, well, it's because we just had 3 weeks off and, we just go by, I just go down the list. So. All right, Mike still has to figure out the 8 ball. He might be able to kick that 5 out right now. But then he might get tough on the 9s. This is kind of a tricky rack here. Might just play the save here. That's if that 12's off the rail. I think it is. He's going for it here. All right, we're going to play a bank on the 8 here. What is the plan for the 8? Unless you think he'll play the 8 off the rail, off the 5 in the side. That's a bold shot. Oh, he missed it. And I think that cuts in. Yeah, it definitely cuts in.
A little bit of a fortunate outcome for Jeff there.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Mike would have had a shot on that 8. I mean, like, what do you do with the 8 ball here? Like, if you're shooting the 8 right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's tough. I mean, maybe he could have banked it over to the side, possibly. It's a possible bank there. Tough one. Have a little bit of a cut on the 8.
Yeah, definitely not what you're looking for your first 8 ball of a match, but makeable.
Yep, today I'm missing 10 out of 10 of these shots. Oh, he hit that nice. So I'll put Jeff on the board first. Race to 10. So not much playing lately, huh? Coming off of back surgery.
Yeah, it's been after back surgery, I haven't really had the opportunity yet. Before that, we had some schooling stuff going on, so it's been a while since I've been able to get serious about a tournament or anything. But I think we're looking at getting back into it. My brother had foot surgery, so he's kind of been hit or miss if he's been playing much. But we did talk about it, and sounds like both of us are pretty committed to actually really gearing up. And boy, I don't even know if we played the state tournament in the last couple of years even.
Okay.
So just trying to look at getting it going this year and kind of get back into it and see where everything falls. But
that's cool. It's nice that you guys are coming out here and supporting your boy Jeff. It's kind of cool.
And just waiting for the opportunity to ridicule him the whole ride back.
All right, looks like we're on a player break already, I think. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I had my brother in the booth. Probably got ridiculed the whole time while he was in the booth today.
Yeah, Jeff and I were watching. We're like, man, we don't have no idea who that is.
Oh, that's my brother, yeah. Milwaukee Mike.
Saved by the 1 ball.
All right, is that a dry break?
Yes.
Looks like it. And what do you like? A lot of trouble on the table. I don't like anything.
Yeah, Jeff probably could have unhooked the plow on that one a little bit and hit it with some authority, but
Guess I kind of like the stripes, but the problem is there's no shot on them. You got nothing to start with, really.
super thin cut on the 12. Boy, you almost have to go solids. Just it's your only almost guaranteed shot is the 3-ball.
Yeah, JJ. So I guess we're doing something with the channel. We're trying to have two separate channels, the open stream and Mad Apple Extreme. So the open stream we can't, I guess, start for like 24 hours or something. So I'm not fully aware how that whole thing works, but
Oh no.
next time we're up, which will be 2 weeks from now, because we have off next week for Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame, and then the open stream channel should be up and running, and everybody, well, actually nobody will get notifications unless they're subscribed. So basically, we got to put something out letting everybody know that this stream has moved over. And Mad Apple Extreme is going to be exclusive for like I think for like challenge matches and things like that, King of the Hill, bigger events.
Well,
So,
higher horsepower stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a miss there. Didn't give it enough juice to get to the pocket. Gave Jeff ball in hand. Now stripes look good because you can start anywhere.
Yeah, same with solids. I mean, if you start with the 2-ball, you can open things up a bit. But yeah, I still like stripes. My gut's telling me stripes are the balls. I think, yeah, starting with that 11's a smart shot. Because you can probably create a home for every ball after that. Is he trying to run into the 8 here or no? What is he trying to do here?
Boy, I don't know.
Looks
Some
like
straight back for the 9, maybe.
I think he's
Or
trying to run into
14.
the 8. Use it as like a stopper, but I think he got hooked on. No, he's good.
He's going for the 13
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to punch that 8 out just a little bit because it's in traffic and use it as a stopper, but he just stopped right on it, which works. Don't move it if you don't have to, I guess. What do you think the trouble ball in the rack here is?
The only thing he's going to really have a hard time getting to is the 8. Everything else is, he's on the 14 here. 10's out in the middle. 12 goes past the 3 easy.
I got somebody at home, my grandkids want to watch. What's the website? Can you write it down for me?
All right, sorry about that, folks. Had to answer a question for one of the players there. We're back. Yeah, Pete also wondering why he couldn't find the channel. I'm gonna have everyone asking that. I'm not get. I've already explained it once, Pete. I'll try again. Probably halfway through the match or so. I don't want to keep repeating it, but basically we're starting a new channel and we weren't able to get out notifications or really go. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like we're up, but we're not, and I don't know.
Kind of overran his shape on the 9 a little bit. He's going to have a tough shot on the 9 to get
Yeah, and
figure out shape on the 10 or 12.
And you kind of got to stretch in an awkward position as well for that. And he's got the bridge out over the 6. Not the easiest of shape to get to the next ball here. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And hit the 6 with his cue on the way back through, so giving up ball in hand. If the cue ball would have taken a different path, he would have been able to let his opponent decide if he wanted to move the 6 back or not. But because the cue ball was coming right through where the 6 was, moving it with the cue is a foul.
Oh, I missed it. So what happened on that? I missed a shot.
So Jeff shot the 9,
Yep.
and when he pulled his cue back with the bridge, he clipped the 6 ball.
Oh, and it interfered with the path of the cue.
and-
Okay.
He actually moved it out of the way of the path of the cue. So
Yeah, it's ball in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some controversy on that rule at one point, and I read all the rules in the BCA PL handbook or whatever, and came across a few different things. And one thing they mentioned, they clarify like what is the path of the cue ball. It's anything within 7 inches of the ball.
Yep.
So wherever that cue ball is, anything within 7 inches of the path of that, and it's like, you kind of got to use your good judgment on it.
Yeah, that that rule kind of, the 7-inch deal is a little bit up to interpretation because nobody really carries a ruler with them, So no, really it's just being a good player, being friendly to your opponent, and calling it when it is actually necessary.
Yeah, a lot of controversy in the U.S. Open with some interesting calls. 2 big ones that stick on the top of my head. One player called a shirt foul on another player, and it was wild because the player was sitting behind the shooter, couldn't even see if that would have happened, and then the ref came over and was like, "Well, in that situation, the opponent is the ref," and everyone was like, "Whoa." And they stuck to it, and I was like, "So you could literally just call a foul on anybody?"
Yeah.
Be like, "Yeah, that's foul. I'm the ref." I thought that was wild. And the other one was the referee called a hit. The 8 was locked, I think, the 9 ball or another ball, and the player shot. The 8 did rock, but it only rocked because it was leaning up against the ball, and when he hit the ball clean, that 8 did. I mean, it rocked like a nanometer, and the ref called it a foul, and you could clearly see it was a good hit.
Jeez.
Yeah. But what a open this year. It was pretty cool. All right, Mike running down. He's got pretty good table here, right? Guess you use the 7 as your last ball, or even the 5 is kind of fun to use because it's really easy to get on the 8. So he can really choose anything he wants here. All right, looks like he's going to use the 7 as the out ball here. Oh, he kind of overran that a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he played inside, and I think he maybe wanted to play outside a little bit.
Yeah, he could have just kind of left that ball right where it's at. moved it a little bit, but
Yeah,
this,
'cause now he's got a tough shot and he's
yeah,
tough to get position.
stretching and over a ball here. Not easy. Uh-oh. Well, if he can then slice that 12, this is a pretty audible. Not too difficult. I mean, that 7 ball might make it a little tricky, but I think Jeff's out here.
Yeah, I do think Jeff is a heavily favored to get out here.
Yeah. If that 10 ball was sitting a little deeper, it makes it tough. But that 10 ball is giving him plenty of room to use a rail to get nice on the 8. That ball sits deep, and sometimes you never know where the key is going to go.
Yeah. And when it sits deep, you have like really tough to judge your speed and
Yeah. I always say if it's, super deep, when in doubt, draw it out.
mm-hmm.
That's what somebody kind of taught me that, and it's definitely helped me out a lot instead of trying to use a rail, because it's hard to predict if you're going to hit it right. And the speed, I think, like you said, is the hard part when it's that deep. But Jeff looks pretty good here. He should be able to do whatever he wants here, really. Oh, and that's some good speed right there. That's really nice.
Yeah, Jeff goes up 2-0.
So where does it say Mike is from, our challenger?
Ooh. I don't know if it has that as a question, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, it
Hey.
might not. I think we changed the questionnaire a little bit. Huh.
Also left
usually-
a couple of them blank. So.
Yeah, it's usually up at the top if it's anywhere.
Yeah. No nickname, 64. He's been playing for 46 years, and he started at 17 years old. Does not say where he's from.
So Mike's got some table time.
Yeah, I'm probably, probably seen a dozen racks or so at least.
All right, Jeff to the break.
Still dry.
Take a look at the overhead, see the spread. Yep. Solids, maybe if you got a shot, but stripes are a little bit easier to take right now. The reason I like the solids is they're kind of on the outside of everything.
Yeah, I think if I was at the table, I think I would be looking at stripes
Yeah.
because they control the 8-ball. Because really the only real out without moving a stripe would be to kind of use your 2 as your 3, 2, and 6 would be your last balls, and you'd have to take a pretty tough shot on the 8 coming behind it. But if you play stripes, you're naturally moving all the traffic out of the way as you pick through the rack.
Yeah, I should be able to get on that. Was it the 10 or the 12 up there by the 11? I can't tell.
12.
It's 12?
Yeah.
So, yeah, once he gets on that, he should be able to push that 9 towards the pocket and open things up. So, yeah, stripes, I agree with you, are the balls to take here. You kind of got a little out of line on the 15 here. Yeah, it's...
Didn't do Jeff any favors, though.
No, still a tough table for solids.
Yeah.
Not easy.
Yeah, so I used to play mini tournaments, and one of the frequent players was a gentleman by the name of Rob Hovick. Sort of I think he was on the ballot for Wisconsin Hall of Fame. Has just a ton of traveling stories, ton of hustling stories, stuff like that. But after the tournaments, I'd always stay, and just shoot with him for a couple hours. And he kind of changed how I look at racks where, obviously if you can only shoot one ball, that's what you have to go with. But if you have an option between stripes or solids, you look at what controls the 8-ball and then breaking it down from there by thirds of the table, how you deal with this third to the next third to the next third.
Yeah, Jeff almost just slow rolled that 4, and that would have been a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I would have got him. All right, he could have played the 5 up and then used the 3 to kind of come into the 6 and 2.
Yep. All right, so got Mike back at the table. Got some work to do, though. Oh, right into this is going to really open up everything for Jeff. Probably going to be starting with the 6 or the 2 here.
Pete said he thinks Mike is from Searing or Mountain.
Okay, came from somewhere south, JJ says, but lives in Searing and is the secretary for the Mountain Pool League. Nice. Thanks, JJ. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate the info there. All right, and the 8 is going it. Any pocket is about right now. Any pocket is open for the 8, so
Yeah, I think he wants to get on the 4 here.
yeah, probably good to get out here, I think. Nothing too tough now.
Overran the 1, underran the 7.
I
Kind of just ended up between them.
He did put that ball like right where he didn't want it. Probably, that's a classic thing that I do. Trying to get. I mean, you could get on either side and be perfect. So he's gonna try to get good here on the 7, probably.
Yeah, that's also one of my one of the weaker points in my game is like, well, if I end up a little short, I'm good on the 1. If I end up a little long, I'm good on the 7, and end up right dead in the middle where I'm good on neither.
All right, he's does not want to push that 1 anywhere really. I don't think so. It's a nice shot there. Think you got to take the 1 ball.
I think you can draw off the 3, take the 1 in the side.
You could. It's risky. It's like
Kind of coming past the 8 a little bit.
Yeah, you never know. The 1's such a safe shot here. It's a tougher shot though, So all right, hit it a little
Ooh.
hard. Still makeable from here though. It's just kind of on the 50. Watch a tangent line. I don't think he's gonna scratch.
No, he should be
Yeah.
clear of it.
Oh, he hit that so clean. Center pocket. Oh no, just the left. It looked clean though. That was a good hit. Let's take a look at that. So nice cut there on the 8 by Jeff. Speed and everything is nice. Look at the stroke here. Boom. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got the 9-foot table in his basement, and it seems like he's pretty confident shooting any ball he can see all the time. So, I know there I probably would have been shaking a little bit and would have either overcut it or stuffed it about a diamond short in the rail.
Yep. I feel you.
But
I did it 3 times today. Something about that shot when I'm on a rail like that and I'm shooting on an angle, the long rail, it's the line. It just throws. It messes with my OODA loop. For whatever reason, I block it. I try to block it out of my head, but that rail it's like in the corner of my eye. It's weird. Jeff to break. Oh wow! Look at the split on that. Did you see that?
yeah, spread nicely. Is still unable to find one to get something to drop.
Yeah, let's look at the replay on the break. Like, watch them split apart to the left and to the right. Like, Moses part in the Red Sea here. It's kind of nice. Cue ball goes like right through them. See how they just kind of go to the left and right there?
I mean, that's definitely what he's looking for, but
nice break.
getting something to fall there. Oh.
Yeah, it's tough when you break them nice and you don't drop a ball.
Yeah.
And you just leave it kind of wide open. I mean, it's not totally wide open here. I mean, there is a few balls tied up, but for the most part, really good break there.
Yeah, I think this is a shot to take care of the 7 right away, too.
Got it. Where's he going to end up?
Oh. That is unfortunate, but he's still got the 4.
He's got the 4 or the 2, which is tough. I think I like the 4 best. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 is, or the 2 ball is a tough cut.
Yeah.
I think if you make it, you're better with your cue ball afterwards, but
Yeah,
it's a tough shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at is shoots this 4. I mean, he's running into the 8 cue ball. He could still be good coming off the 4. See what he decides. I mean, he could even bank the 4 actually if he wants.
He's going for the 2.
Yeah, this is a tough shot, not an easy one. Got it in.
Yeah, that's one of those shots when you're shooting real well and your confidence is real high. It's not very daunting. You can kind of justify taking it.
Yep.
But if there's like any questionable shots in the last couple of racks, I have a hard time getting rid of shots. Where I just kind of, if I miss one, I carry it for the next couple of racks. That's one that I would have a real tough time doing.
Yeah. So Jeff's got to figure out the 11 and the 15 and the 8. It's kind of trapped a little bit. So a lot of work here in this rack for Jeff. I think this is probably the hardest rack he's had so far. Mine says second. The second one kind of started out weird, but then he got ball in hand, I think. Oh, did he get it? That'd have been nice to get on like the 15 in the side or bust it up a little bit. That'd have been a brilliant shot. All right.
Tried to nudge the 8 ball there.
Yeah. And
Put him in jail.
put himself, in a tough bind here. Oof. I don't even.
And
Maybe.
your angles out are even blocked.
Yeah, he might be able to kick at the 10 with a little bit of spin here, but other than that,
Yeah, that couldn't have turned out much worse for him, I don't think.
oh yeah, he might be able to kick that orange in. The 13. That's tough. If you miss it, you almost sell out, I think. I think the hit on the 10's a little easier. Both of them are tough here. He makes this. I'm going to eat my words. Oh, he had the line. Almost. All right, now Mike's just got to pick the right starting ball here, and I think it's the 4.
Yeah, really the only thing he accomplished there was pushing his 11 and 15 together, so if he gets back to the table, he's got even more work to do. See, Mike's doing his shooting today with a custom pea shower.
Shout out to P Shower. Make awesome cues. One of our sponsors here.
That's who Masons are, all pea shower, right?
This is all P Shower, and that's all I've ever owned. My first stick, bought my first stick when I think it was 94. I bought my first cue, and I still have it, and it's beautiful. Still works great. I've since upgraded, but still have my first ever cue. And then I've never bought anything else but P Shower.
If it works, don't fix it, you know?
Yeah, I like the way they feel. The craftsmanship is awesome. Love the design. And they're made locally here in Wisconsin, not a Green Bay area, but I don't know if it's technically Green Bay, but considered Green Bay. Along with like 10 other Q companies here in Wisconsin. There's so many of them in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's got to be pea showers to this area as Jacoby probably is to ours, where majority of folks shoot with it because it's local. It's good.
Yeah, the big
consistent.
Big ones in Wisconsin: Jacoby, McDermott, P Shower. I think Schmelke is up north. Quite a few others too. So he's still got that 4 ball. Curious to see what he decides to do with it.
Well, if he overran the 5 just like half a roll, because he would have been able to take it up and then shoot the 4 right back down by his hand.
Yep. He's in a tough spot here. I mean, if he can thin the 5, he could get it in the side possibly. But where's your shape on the 4 ball?
Yeah, I think he's gonna back cut it into the corner and then try and come
Can he hit
off
it?
the side rail and back over for the 4. Speed has to be real good though.
Oh, he did. He had plenty of it to do that. I thought he was super thin on it.
That was a really good shot. Just not the outcome he was looking for. Jeff still has to figure the 8 ball out.
Yeah, there's no easy out here. I mean, Ooh. You might want to consider just busting up his little problem there, the 11-15, and getting that cue ball safe.
He could go 13, 10, and try and run into the 4-5. Or push the 4 over to the rail. Because the 11 goes down to the corner.
Chris G checking in.
Obviously, you're just not guaranteed to look at anything coming off the 10, so definitely some thinking to do.
Yeah, JJ says safeties all day. I like the safe here, but if you can see the out, go for it. It's aggressive. And the 11 does go. I mean, you can get out here. And he could use the 10 ball, like you said, to bust up his problem. He's got to get the right angle for it. The trick is getting on that 10 the right angle. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. I know you guys aren't getting notifications. You're just kind of finding the stream on Facebook probably. So if you can, help us out, share and like. Let everybody know that we are running Sunday here. So getting a few people on board here. Let's see where he ends up here. Oh, he's just playing safe there. I like it. But did he leave a window to the 4? I don't think so.
No.
If he did, it is a very small window. See, the reason I like the safety here is because it's going to force his opponent to mess that up or just sell out ball in hand again. You know what I mean? There's no offensive shot here. So it forces Mike to kind of do some of Jeff's work for him. Yeah. Unless he makes this 4 ball just miraculously and I don't see it.
No, he can make it. It's tight past the 8.
He's jumping.
Yeah.
What a shot this would be. Now it's going to be ball in hand. Oh, he actually got a little lucky there that he didn't.
And
the 4.
the 11 and 9 are
tied up.
Weird now. I mean, the 9 goes fine, but.
I mean, honestly, put in the same spot. Take this combo and draw that ball behind the 15. Just open it up and put him in the same spot he was just in and hope that he kind of does the work.
I think he'll swing for it, and if he doesn't get a good result, he'll probably look for a lockup.
And that combo is almost kind of wired, essentially. Not completely, but it's pretty good to make it.
Yeah, kind of worst case scenario here for Jeff is if he takes too much of an angle at it and hits the 4 full. He'll be able to see his balls, but I don't know if there'll be an attacking shot at him.
Yeah, there is some risk involved in his shot, but there's also a pretty big reward. Yeah, he's good. I mean, that actually is going to be just fine. I don't know if he can get the cue ball in between 8 and the rail.
I mean, he might be able to, but it is very tight.
Yeah, I'd be calling for a ref on that. He's probably just going to spin off the rail and come back into the 5, which unfortunately will open things up for Jeff. So there's Here's a really tough spot to be in. Sometimes this is where you just start shooting your opponent's balls and like take their paws off the table. Because like Mike's only saving grace right now is that tie up on the 8.
Yeah, I think what Mike should try to do is hit it so that it just barely makes legal contact. Like just barely move the 5 into the rail.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It's extremely tough.
Yeah,
Extremely
judging the speed on that is very, very tough.
Yeah. So he might be going 2 rails into the 5, like you said, nice and light. And try to avoid the ball in hand. Yeah, that's going to be way too hard if it does hit. Oh, that's going to be good, actually. Well, is it?
I think Jeff will be able to shoot the 8 back up this way, so he'll probably use the 10 as his last ball.
Yep, that's going to sell it out, I think. And Jeff's looking at that shot you just called out. So 15, then the combo, and 10 ball, you're out. See how it plays out. Either way, Mike's in trouble no matter what happens here. All right, this is where Jeff's got to control the 11 and the Q at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough because he's going to want to draw back off it. Yeah.
Beautifully played there. That's a nice shot. Sticks the 11 right there. It's just natural to the 10 ball from here. Oh, what did he do there?
Tried to help it in with inside.
Oh. Yeah, I thought he was just going to
really
come
put
around.
himself in jail twice in the same game.
Yeah, I thought he was going to just come around 2 rails or could have even drew out of that, actually. Wanted to. This is tough. Well, no, he's got the window there, right? To spin. He can spin off the rail and make this. 1 rail kick at the 10. I don't know what he's lining up there.
Like he's going to jump at it.
Hard to keep it on the table. You gotta hit that ball nice and square.
Yeah. Hit it nice and square. Best case scenario, you're left with a bank on the side.
Yep. Yeah, even if he kicks it in, right, then you're still probably not likely to get on the 8. I think jumping here, he's got a better shot at getting on the 8. What a weird rack this has been. Gonna do a little poke hop at it. Oh, that could not have worked out better.
Wow.
Very nice done.
Yeah, that had everything just kind of went his way on that one. Cue ball managed to stay on the table.
Bam, sets him up for the 8 in the side here.
He hit the end rail on the fly. Yeah, he hit the 10 in the end rail on the way down, and it worked out for him. So
Look at the pool hall there. Got our weekly Sunday. Every Sunday we got an 8-ball mini starting at 1 o'clock. Winter is calling our name, so get out of the house, come down to the Apple, shoot some pool. We're here every week. And then Monday, we got 9-ball, 7 o'clock every single Monday, and every Friday we got 10 balls starting at 7 as well.
yeah, I think Bill and I were talking about the last couple matches here. Is even still in summer, The draw was 30 people for a Sunday night mini. You know, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
There's
numbers,
30
so.
here today?
I don't know about today, but the last few ones, like it was like 28, 33.
Yeah, they typically get right around 30, sometimes 36, they'll fill up. We actually had 40. We hit 40 quite a few times just on the Sunday mini, and there's always money added for that too. I think if it makes it above 30 is money added. I can't remember if it's 30 or 36.
Sticking with the same break.
And they kind of slowly came apart on that one.
Everything came apart a little bit. I see Jeff did put a glove on.
Yeah, it's
Getting
a little
sticky.
Yeah, it's a little warm in the pool hall today. It is 85 out. Now we got the fan running, so
An unexpected 85.
yes.
You know, it's been 60s the last 2 weeks, and all of a sudden 85.
Yeah, and
So,
that 85 feels like what, 95?
mm,
Yeah, this is blistering hot right now. Think he's gonna take the solids here. Might take the stripes. Eyeing up to 14 there. All right. A lot of felt to cover here. And he avoids it, which is good. If you would have just nicked that a little bit, it might have not gone past the 6, but I think it still goes.
yeah. I wonder what his thought process is on stripes versus solids there. One ball maybe.
Yeah, the one ball, and he's got the 11 to help the 8, and the stripes are pretty open. I mean, the 13 goes, everything goes. It's just the 8, and that's all he's got to really work with on the stripes. I mean, so it's a horse apiece, really. I mean, you're gonna have to bust that 8 out no matter what. I think he just liked the 11 ball to do it with better. That's my guess. Oh, we got 4-0 already. Race to 10.
You know, that's the hard part about commentating 8-ball is everybody thinks their way through a rack so differently.
Oh, absolutely.
You can get one shot in, like, okay, we got the same frame of mind here, and then it's completely different after that.
Yep. Try commentate one pocket sometime. Like with guys that really know the game. I mean, talk about no idea what's going to happen next. I mean, unless you're really well versed in one pocket, such a hard game to call because there's so many different options.
Yeah, I have a tough time watching one pocket. I love playing one pocket.
It's the hardest game to watch by far.
Especially the pros, because they don't have the same mentality as like just a regular guy playing one pocket where it's
Make
okay.
balls.
Well, I can knock down as many balls as I can here, and we'll see if the other guy can match. You know, they think so far ahead, and they don't make an aggressive play unless they know for a fact that it is going to improve their position.
Yeah, the way we always explain one pocket is you got 9 ball, which is like, it's kind of like the checkers of pool, right? And then pool is a little more chess, you know?
Yep.
And then one pocket is like, if you ever watch Star Trek when they play 3-dimensional chess, Spock style, like that's one pocket.
I mean, you got to have some pretty abstract thinking to be like a really good one pocket player. You got to have some pretty out there ideas on things, and I mean, you have to have some like really strong creativity at the table.
That's why I love the Derby City because they put all them events together: banks, one pocket, and rotation. Like one of my favorite one pocket players, Tony Chohan, man.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's a mad scientist, and for some reason, like I mean, he's got one of the top in the world at that game. I mean, it is just there's very few in the world that can run speed with him on that game. And there's some players that are stronger at other games, but the Derby City, it's just so hard to be good in all three disciplines. Or I mean, the top of the field, right?
Yeah.
Like you're always gonna have a guy that wins a 9-ball. Like Fedor, I don't know how he did it, where he won multiple events at Derby 2 years in a row. Like that's just disgusting. You know.
Yeah. But one pocket you really have to understand the mechanics of everything. Like, playing this spin to bank this ball is going to affect the bank this way.
Yep.
Because I look at it and there's no way that bank goes, and then Chohan just drills it. And it doesn't even make sense.
All right, Mike taking care of the 1-ball here, and after that, he's got a good rack. So opportunity to get on the board here.
Yeah, his I think his big shot is going to be this transition.
Oh, he missed it. He just tried to stun over too hard.
Yeah, so I was going to say he needs to land on something very, very good, because of that 7-3 area. If you don't get the right angle going out, you kind of end up.
Yeah, and look where he landed. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he's tough, right? No
Yeah.
matter. I mean, what is he shooting now? If he makes it.
Yeah, that's the deal. I think there you're only left with like 3-4 combo.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, that's not easy.
That's a shot and a prayer there.
Yeah, you're up on an angle. All right, so that 13-ball is going to be the tough one here. He might just draw back and get on it right now. If he can. So, yes, he does. Really nice shot there. I like that one.
Gonna have to come forward off the 13 and hit the 4-7 window for the 9.
Yeah.
But if he hits it, it'll give him a pretty good look at getting that 8 back into the side.
So tough to play that speed, though, right? I mean, it's a small window from this angle.
Yeah, especially running across it.
Yeah, you're running across the line with the small window. Speed is really critical here. I almost wonder if he tries to come above it. Wow, what a brilliant shot that would have been if he made it. I mean, that opens up everything there. Mike with another shot to get on the board. Now there's, well, a 7-ball, right? I mean, he's going to be bumping into it at some point.
You're kind of looking at crunch time here if you're Mike, where you almost have to get out here.
Yeah, you don't want to go down, 5-0 at a race to 10. You're halfway. Your opponent's halfway to the hill. Okay, where's the 7 going now? Gotta make sure it don't go in trouble.
And
It did.
it's in trouble. But he can shoot it back up this way, I think.
I don't know. I think the 9 is just covering it up.
Yeah, well, that was a hair softer, and he's there.
Yeah, I mean, that 7 holds up just a little bit. He's fine. But I think that 9's got him just enough to where this is going to be tough. I mean, he's still got some room. He's got the 6-ball, and he can get on the 2 and bust out the 7. He can still develop the rack here. He's not.
Oh yeah, by
Yeah.
no means is he out of the rack. It's just a little tougher than he would have liked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I kind of just like getting nice on this 2, get a nice angle on this 2 to go into the 7. Yeah, that's going to be okay, actually.
Kind of hit the inside of that point, held him up a little bit, which I'm not sure hurt him. I think he would have came out of there pretty hot.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to slow roll and get to where he's at kind of right now. Maybe a little bit of a better angle here, but that's going to work nice. All right, he's got a shot on the 3.
This is one of the ones where you kind of got to trust your ball pocketing.
Did he call? Okay, he did call on the side.
Yeah. Harder to go on the side here, but
Better shape on the 7.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, God, he got a nice little bump off the 9. I don't know if that was intentional.
But he'll take it.
Yeah, no, just a stop shot here, and or come off the rail if he wants. Just try to get it. I hate being on the rail. That's my only concern, is being on the rail.
Yeah, good speed.
All right, and Mike clears off the donut on the board, and we got a score of 4-1. Race to 10.
Yeah, we'll get our first look at Mike's McDermott break cue. For favorite table size, he has 8 foot.
That's my favorite table size. I like it because you can kind of transition a little easier to a 7-foot table, but for some reason, not a 9-foot table. I mean, I don't care. It's hard to transition to a 9-foot. If you play a lot of bar box, for some reason, when you get to that 9-footer, man, that thing just, it seems like it never ends.
Yeah.
Such a big table. So I'm so impressed with the Ko-Ping Chung's performance at the Open. 4-inch pockets, missed 1 ball.
Yeah. I mean,
That's just incredible.
yeah, it's. You know, you talk to guys that aren't really pool players, but they tell you about how they, ran the table all night at the local bar. And you try and describe to them how much better the top tier players are, like the Ko brothers and Fader and Shaw and Shane, and you try to explain to them in like a quantitative way how much better those guys are than everybody, and it's very hard to get that across them.
The best way I found to do it, and it is so true, is if you play like, let's say take Earl Strickland or any good pro, right?
Yep.
Great player. Fedor Gorsh, I don't care who you get, but you put him against any average player, 400, 500, 600, 600 ain't an average player. They're much higher level, but you put a pro up against a 400 or 500 level player on a bar box table, that player has a chance, right? Even if you're racing to like 9, they're going to win a game or two. It's very rare that they're going to get a blank. But now you go up against that same pro on a 9-foot table, you ain't getting a game. There's no way.
Yeah, there's a massive difference in having a stroke for a 9-footer and being able to work around a bar box. One of the guys that played on my team locally was fortunate enough to find and purchase a 12-foot snooker table.
Oh, my God.
And his house, the basement is just perfect.
You got to have a big basement.
Got a 12-foot, 9-foot, and 7-foot table in the basement. You don't have to use a short cue anywhere.
He's got a pool hall in his basement.
In his basement. And shooting on the snooker table is just, I mean, you don't even feel like you're going to make a shot. You just kind of, I'll just move it over towards that pocket, I guess.
Wow.
But then going from the 12-footer down to the 9-footer, it's like, okay, maybe I have a chance at making a couple balls here. Still no.
Well, the thing on the snooker table, yeah, it's a huge table. And I've talked to people about this before, but the game of snooker, they only play on a small portion of that table for the majority of the game. Every now and then you'll see them take a big shot. It's rare, but yeah, what a massive table that is.
I mean, everything's pretty much played in a 6x6 square on a snooker table.
Yep.
But you can definitely tell the difference when, like, Ronnie O'Sullivan lets the cue loose and just absolutely leans into one.
Blast one.
And it's like, okay, That's different.
He just won the one over in China again.
Yeah.
Still dominating. All right, back to the game. We got Mike at the table right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Going after stripes. I mean, it's a good look here.
Yeah, you make this 9 ball. The 15 is the only tough ball on the table right now. And you can get on that 15 very easy with the 11. I mean,
yeah,
he's got a, I mean, this is a nice looking table.
I think I go 15, 13, 11, 14, 10.
Taking the 15 right now?
Yep.
Okay.
For myself, that ball on the rail with the 3 ball there, I can't come down to the end rail and come back out. You got to know your tangents and stuff pretty dang good.
Yeah, I like this shot because he's coming right in between the 11 and 15 or towards that line, and he's going to have option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can, right there, you can take either ball, and now I'm taking that 15, popping it off that rail a little bit. And again, he'll have option. He could, if he gets in trouble, he can take the 14. If he plays it sweet, he's going to be on the 11, but he didn't really stroke that one. He just kind of let it sit, but.
Yeah, this was my concern with the 15 is coming out and clipping the 3 and having it just kind of die. Obviously,
yeah,
a little short on stroke there, but
yeah, you got to draw it off the rail and it spins out. I mean, he just he floated it in, but he's still got a shot here on that 11. It's just you got to slow roll it. I mean, he could let it out a little and just play the 10, but if he wants a 14, that's tough to hold for. Kind of got to make a decision. Or is he playing it off to 6? Played it off to 6.
yeah, it didn't turn out terrible for him. Kind of 6 ball's in a bad spot now, but he should be able to draw off the 14.
Yeah, he's got some small windows to get onto the 10 here. Most likely windows in between. Jeez, there's not a lot of good ones. I mean, if he goes in between the 5 and the 8, it's thin. If he goes between the 8 and the 6, it's really small. And it gets even smaller if he goes between the 6 and the 7 after this. I mean, all those windows are just kind of really touchy. All right, doesn't like it. Yeah, he's looking at the window between the 6 and the 8. Small, right?
Yeah.
You got to get really kind of perfect. It's about the size of a cue ball. Oh my God. Yeah, he's going to get hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a small window there. And one thing you can't do here is give Jeff ball in hand, because if you do, he's going to start with that 6 ball and solve the only problem on the table.
Yeah.
So you got to get a good hit. So, and the problem is, you get a good hit, you're kind of selling out. And that's a tough spot here. It's basically do or die here, right? Make this baller.
Yeah, if he's good with his multiple rail kicking, coming down side rail past the 1, and then back up through that tiny, tiny window, you're almost guaranteed to make the 10 ball if you make it through that window.
Good percentage, yeah, to make that.
But getting it back through that window is not an easy task.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there. I'm trying to even look and picture the line here, and I don't have it in me to make that shot. That's not my toolbox.
Yeah, and I think the one might be right in the middle of your line to get to that second rail.
It's kind of what I'm. Yeah, he's trying to one rail in between the 6 and 7. That is.
Boy.
Oh, he just hit the 6. He just bumped it. Now Jeff can move it back, and he can make that window even tighter. Oh, he can put it back another inch.
Yeah.
Wow, so Mike got away with one there. Made that window just a little bit bigger. JJ says Massey. That's a tough Massey. No? Tied it up a little bit.
Yeah, when he had to play that 11 off the 6, I mean, the 6 just kind of went into purgatory on him there, where it just was always going to be a massive ball to get around.
Yeah, for me, if I don't like the out here, I'm pocketing that 10 ball, the 6-10 combo, and locking them up right behind the 7.
Yeah, that's not.
It just makes the run out so easy because you're more than likely to get ball in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what he's looking at here. I would also be in agreement on that.
Just don't let that 7 leak out somehow. That's good.
Perfect from Jeff there.
Did we just have a freeze over here?
The overhead kind of takes a pause once in a while.
Okay.
Has been.
Got to work out some of the bugs there, I guess. Yeah, Mike's in jail on this one.
I think you can get a, one rail hit on it.
Really tough.
But
he's got to go 2 rails. And actually, if he makes this 2 rail hit, there's a shot it goes in the side. Not a big one. Or maybe down by the 1 because it's a big pocket. Don't know where he's calling it. Did you see him call anything?
I did not.
Yeah, honestly, I like the 2 rail kick onto the 8 and going past the 1 because it's a big pocket. And he's calling it past a 6. Same thing. Big pocket. But I think this is a tougher hit this way. What a shot that would have been. All right. Call this duck soup here, right?
Yeah.
Just pot them in. You could. Pretty sure Jeff could turn his stick around backwards here if he wanted to.
Yeah, definitely no intricate lines to play. Just kind of knock them in, figure out what side of the ball you want to be on.
So if Jeff wins, you guys coming back on the 15th?
Yep. Should be.
So, yeah, we're off next week for Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame banquet and tournament are going to be hosted here at the Mad Apple this year, so should be a good time. Unfortunately, I'm going to be up north. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm kind of disappointed about it.
Yeah, I think Bill should be back by the 15th. He just had an adverse reaction to a Brazilian wax, so he wasn't able to make it this week.
Oh, I love that. He's going to love you for that one.
Yeah.
Keeping it clean. All right. And
That was like the only bad
ooh.
thing he could have done. But I mean, it's still fine. You can still see it.
Yeah, how bad would that have been if it would have locked up on a 7 with a wide open table? And actually, I mean, he still made it a little tough on the 7 just because he's kind of got a small window to work with, but I think he's fine here.
Yeah, rub at the table like it's the table's fault.
It's a good idea.
I think just play this with a little bit of inside and hold it.
Anytime you use that much inside, it always makes the shot missable. Very nice. That's a nice shot. See, a lot of players, when you see them take that shot with that much inside, they don't account for the deflection and weird things happen. It's a nice shot there by Jeff.
Oh, that's the first big time mistake we've seen out of Jeff. I mean, he's made gotten himself in jail a couple of times, but that's the first just
Yes.
flat out miss.
Yeah. Left a shot here from Mike. Saying to give me. I mean, this is a tough little back cut, but very, very makeable. Especially the way Mike's been shooting. I think he's got this shot in his arsenal for sure. He seems like he doesn't like it though. Something not sitting right with it. So I think when this is going down in your head, you kind of got to walk to the side and look at the angle. Make sure you like it.
And drills it. What a shot.
Very nice shot there. Looks like we got Chris G doing some producing over here. What's up, Chris? Can you hear us? I don't think he's got his headphones on. So we got 4-2, race to 10 here. Jeff took the first 4 racks, so Mike's actually put 2 together here. That's going to help him out.
A couple of junior players playing in the mini. Good to see.
Yeah, we got I think Damien is his name. Kid is phenomenal.
Yeah, there was another one.
Xander's usually here. I didn't see him today.
I played Xander at. Oh, maybe the last tournament I played was the Oshkosh Open. Because I think my first match was against Xander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Impressed you, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was a race to 4. I ran the first 3 racks, dogged the 4th rack, and he beat me 4-3.
Kid's a monster if he gets on a roll. I'm telling you. Oh,
Boy, both breaks.
yeah, got to keep the ball on the table. That thing is it's going for a ride. Looks like it's gonna hit somebody in the foot down there. Man, it made it all the way down. Nobody saw it. All right, we got Jeff coming to the table with ball in hands. Oh man, stripes look really good. Let me see solids. Solids look really good too, though.
Yeah, with ball in hand, they both look really good.
Yeah, I mean,
really, your only problem for solids is like the 6-1, and your only problem for stripes is the 15 and 11, and the 8-ball.
yeah. I mean, there's no problem with the 15 and 11 if you start with it, but then there's a problem with the 14.
Yeah.
So I think solids, I like the solids actually because, yeah, once you clear the solids off, the 8-balls open up.
Yep.
If you clear the stripes off, the 8-ball's still crowded. So I think he's taking the right balls here. This is a little touchy though. Like, safe to say that JJ is going for Mike.
Same.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that 1-6 is sitting a little funny to start with, right? See how he handles it here.
Kind of an awkward stretch.
Oh, he hit it really good. That's the perfect perfect spot there.
So kind of what he could do here is shoot the 2 and use the 14 as a stopper. And just kind of push the 14 out of the picture altogether. Then life becomes pretty easy.
I like that shot. Yeah, it should be guaranteed to be on the 6 if he does that.
And he's going to want to have hit that a little bit harder. Because now the 14 is big to the 7 again.
Yeah, I think he's
okay.
He's okay. Still some room to get there with the 3 or the 5.
You can't figure he dogs a 7 2 racks in a row.
In the same pocket. You put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby, not me. Oh, he's gonna sweet on the 7 here. Oh no, slowed up.
No, he'll be fine. He'll play off the 4 position on it. It'll be nice, like a low right shot off the 7 up the rail to the 3-5. Going to have a little work to get back to the 8 if he goes that way.
Yeah, I mean, he could opt to take the 3 and get it over to the right side of the table. Take the 4, you could draw back and take the thin cut on the 7. But again, you're playing in the very small line here. So he's got the 7 or the 5. Well, actually, you could play 5-3 to the 7. I mean, that's there, right?
Yeah, kind of like a 4-inch draw off the 5 and just kind of follow the 3 over to the side rail.
Correct.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the 7, you're kind of roll. There's just a lot of risk in that shot. There is some risk on the draw on the 5 if you don't draw back far enough and you get on the wrong side. Like if you just come back short, and it's gonna be tough to get to the 7 here.
Yeah, and if he draws too far, he's
in trouble.
in trouble.
Okay, he's on the wrong side.
No, he's good. He'll just follow it right over to the side rail.
Yeah, it looks like he's pushing up though. I mean, yeah, he might be able to he's got to get it like all the way on the rail almost now. All right, he's got a little more room to work with than I thought, I think. But he's got to be careful that cue ball could be headed towards the 14. Speed is really crucial here. And he hit it perfect. That was a beautiful speed shot right there. So 8 does not go on the side, so he's going to probably play the 8 in the same pocket here.
Nice speed on that. Little
Yep.
tester, but you know, want to take the risk of running long.
I got like this little scratch in my throat. Like, oh, it's driving me nuts. All right, let's take a look at the shot that got him there. I mean, this is a really good speed from the 3 to the 7. Kind of the key shot in a rack. Very easy to overrun or underrun this shot. You got to just feel this one right there. I mean, he put it right on the money. Very well done.
Yeah. Old money making Martin halfway home.
All right, Mike and Jeff discussing something there. I'm not sure what it was.
I wonder if Jeff's gonna. Nope. Yeah, I don't even know why he puts his break cue together.
All right, doesn't use it?
Nope.
Really?
Like he uses it. I don't even know if he used it to jump. 'Cause he's got the blackout break jump, but I don't even think he uses it to jump. I think he's got a separate jump cue.
All right, looks a little dry there. Good look at the overhead.
Absolutely nothing on the top half of the table. Or bottom half, way we're looking at it. So whatever you pick, you're going to have to be able to do a little bit of dancing to get around everything.
Yeah, it's kind of a horse apiece. I mean, this is like one of those racks where you'd really rather come to the table after your opponent puts in about 4 or 5 balls.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because that 13, 5, 7, 15, 10, you got to start with the right ball in that group when you get to it. Or it just makes it real tough. And if you're stripes, the 13 and 15 have to come back up table.
So
Is he playing?
he's playing the 3 ball. Oh, he missed it. And that kind of really does open everything up here for solids, minus the 4 ball.
4 ball with no real supporting solid over there.
He might be. Can he bank the 4 right now into the 3?
He could.
I think that's probably the shot, because once you get rid of that, everything's pretty good. But it's making that ball. I mean, that's you got to get it around a 12. So I was looking at the 10.
Taking a long look at it, trying to work everything out.
Yeah, stripes is just funny with the 15 and the 13. And then solids is just a 4 ball, really. Which, if you want to get really aggressive, you could go after it, but it's a high risk, low. I don't know.
Yeah, so if you go stripes, you could start 12-11 combo. But you do have to figure something out for that 13 and 15.
Yeah.
If you start solids, you could start with a bank combo.
Yeah, and there's
And-
not really anything to kind of help you out with the 13 and 15. I mean, what do you do? What ball are you using to get there? That's tough.
He's taking the 10.
You might be pushing this 5 right into it and opening it up. If that 5 goes, no, playing it conservative. What is the plan?
Combo. And boy. 15 goes on the side now.
Well, Jeff, he's seasoned out. I mean, he's going at it.
Not where he wanted to be, I would imagine.
Yeah, he's left tough here no matter what he does. Whether he goes and attacks the 9 or this tough little combo.
See. Looking at the 13-15 combo.
I mean, this gives him a really good opportunity to get on either the 9 or the purple here.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. Thought that went. Mike was holding his breath there a little bit, I think. He's happy to get back to this table.
Ooh.
Kind of made things interesting. And now he's kind of forced to play a... I don't even know if he can play that combo where the 15's sitting.
Should be able to get to like a 2-1 combo, but that's not ideal.
Yeah, I think the 15 is just blocking that a little bit, though. Might be looking at back cutting the 5 all the way down. That's tough. Yeah, there's nothing easy here. All right, so maybe he does got some room here. Be watching that 15 ball, though. Oh, nice shot. He had it.
He might have to play another combo here. Take back cut on the 6, run into the 13, get to stop. Still has to figure the 4 ball out. Definitely still some work left at the table for both sides.
Yeah, this is a tough one here for solids. Is he hooked on that 15 there? And he's going to have to probably play the 9 or the 13. I don't know if he can get up to 12. Yeah, maybe he can get there.
It's in a good spot where he could go rail first if he could see it.
Yeah, I think the 4 is cutting that shot off, and I think the 15 is cutting off the other side. Like it's just in the right spot. Maybe he does got it. Camera angles are deceiving, but I can tell. I mean, if he's looking at it this hard, it's got to be close.
Yeah.
He's put a little Massey on it here. Beautiful hit.
Yeah.
What's he looking at there?
14. Past the 4, maybe?
Ooh, it's tight. Like that shot. Might have to play for a bank on the 14. If he goes to bank, then he's right on the 9. Is he trying to draw in between this 2 and the 8 off the rail?
I think he might be trying to get forward to the end rail.
Forward? Okay.
Maybe.
I see now unless that 14 goes by the 4, this just got really tough. I mean, he could probably cheat it off the rail. Maybe. And this is one of those shots, if he does try to draw it back, he might go right into the side pocket. All right. See what he can do with it. You think it goes by?
Yeah.
I think he's got to play it off this rail. Like, completely cheat it. Never mind what I say.
Brush the rail on the way in.
Did it?
Yep.
It looked like it went clean. Looked like it had a full pocket. Let's take another look at it. Oh, we got to go to the 8 ball. We'll have to go back. Didn't get the replay in time. All right, let's take a look at the shot that got into the 8. This is really nice. I mean, brave shot. I'd be sweating shooting this one.
Yeah, just barely brushed it, but I do think he had to play into it.
Yeah,
he didn't have any room on going past the 4.
Yeah, he had a little more, I guess, than I thought. I thought he was going to brush almost a half to a full diamond high. He just got maybe the point.
Yeah.
And it went in, so had a little bit more room to work with there. So very, very clever out there by Jeff. And is that score right? Is it 5-2 or 6-2?
6-2.
Okay. So he's marking him after he racks.
Yep.
Okay. 6-2, race to 10. Another day in the office for Jeff, huh?
Yeah. Always hard to tell exactly how much he's actually been playing. It fluctuates so much throughout the year. with WSPA and stuff, like around that time, you think he'd be getting just a ton of pool in, but being on the board,
Yeah.
he's so focused on getting the event going and stuff, he just almost completely shuts down. Over summer, it's real hit or miss.
They do a great job around that tournament. It's my favorite tournament. WSPA. They had an Appleton, I think, last year, right?
Appleton,
The singles, and then they had the teams up in
Wausau.
Rothschild or
Yeah,
area, but yeah.
yeah.
Do you know where it's at this year?
I can't remember. I think singles are in Wausau, Rothschild, Wausau, Schofield. I think.
Yeah, that's nice.
They did just post about changing the date. There was a conflict with Diamond.
Look at this shot real quick. Bring it up. And it's really just a smart shot because it opens up the whole rack for him here. Just nudges that 10 ball right into a position where it's nice and easy to get on. So very, very good play there. Rack is runnable from here. You just gotta make sure you play it right. 8 ball is gonna be a little tricky.
Yeah, ideally he'd want to go like 12, 9, 13, 10. But playing over the 7, I don't know if the 12 is
Yeah,
the best choice.
yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Whatever he does, like get the 10 and the 12 out of the way, and then go from the 13 to the 10 to the 8. But I just don't think he has the angles to do that right now.
Yeah, I think if he's not playing over the 7, it's a pretty easy decision.
Actually, he could just, it sucks because you're shooting over the 7, but if he rolls up, he shoots this 12 ball, rolls up, then he's got a stop shot on the 9, play to the 13 over to the 10. But you'd have to shoot over the 7. And he can always use the 9, right, as his last ball?
Yep.
And that goes well to the 8 as well, so probably just draw this back, get on the 12. Take away any chance of hitting a ball. Just draw right in between the 6, 7 here.
Oh, just
Or
drift
that.
up.
Yeah, that's another way to do it. That's really nice. That makes it nice and easy to get on the 9 as well.
Kind of, I think he's a little off angle on the 12. But he should still be able to figure it out.
Jackie McGinnis is, what's up, guys? Good luck, Mike. Appreciate it, Jackie. I mean, he doesn't have to use a 9 last. He can shoot it right now and still develop an angle to get from the 12 to the 8. A little more challenging, but it's there. Ooh. All right, does that 8 go past the 9 is the question, because if it does, Mike's got a good table here. Otherwise, he's got a problem to figure out. It's one or the other.
Yeah, but he's got the 3 right there, so
Yeah, he can.
definitely has a working ball for it.
And so Jeff's problem, even if he does get back to the table, 9 could definitely be an issue.
It was interesting decision.
So this is what I'm thinking when I got a rack like this. I really just want to get back to the table. If you make this 12 with no plan or no way to get on the 9, does you no good to make this ball. You're best off blocking a pocket or tying something up, maybe.
Yeah, I think he just plays it forward and then banking the side.
Yeah, as long as you got a plan, right? I mean, you gotta have
Wouldn't have thought to play that safe there, but
All right, so this is a lot better looking up a table for Mike now.
yeah, he could take the 3, develop the 8 right now, and then he's still got the 7 and 6 up table for the safety.
And that's the play, right? You solve your problems as early as possible, especially with that play. He's pretty much guaranteed to be on the 7 or the 6, or even the 5. I mean, so many things could happen, and he's still going to be on a ball here and develop the 8. So I like that shot. Again,
He does not.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to get a better angle on the 3 to develop the 8. Maybe this is what he wanted. Or maybe he's thinking, I'm just going to get on the 8 and play it all the way down at some point, which it's tight. And he still does have the 3 ball to utilize if that 8 doesn't pass. It's a good stroke. A really good angle here to bust the 8 out if he wants it. Unless he's dead straight, which I don't think he is. He's drawn on this. So he's not going to be busting the 8 out. That 8 must go by the 9.
Yeah.
There's no other reason he's playing it this way. He wants to probably get as straight as he can on this 3 ball. Oh, no.
Yikes.
I mean, there's only one ball on that table that can hook him.
Yeah.
He got behind it. That's
yeah.
so unfortunate. And he kind of got the line he needed to just roll up on the 8. All right. That's about as close as you can really get to the ball before it's hard to get over. So it's not an easy one to get over. Well, that's going to be ball in hand. Can you squeeze that cue ball in there?
Definitely.
Ooh, see, this is interesting. Whenever I get a cue ball that close, it does make the shot sometimes a little tougher. I always back away just a little bit more. For some reason, when I get my cue ball and my object ball really close, my brain just goes to malfunction mode. But I don't think Jeff's going to have that problem. Is he shooting over the 8 a little bit here? Yeah, just a little bit.
Enough to be inconvenient.
Yeah. Enough to not matter. Nice shot there by Jeff. All right, this is Mike needs to put a few together to get back in this match, otherwise it's going to be tough.
All right, I'm gonna step out for a quick player break of my own.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. I'll hold down the fort.
Nice.
Oh, actually, they're taking a break too, so I'm gonna do the same. Be back in about 2 minutes. Stick with us, folks. All right, guys, we are back. We should be having the players back any minute. Might be having somebody step into the booth here. See who it could be. If you're trying to talk into the mic, you need to turn it on. I don't know if you can hear me out there. Oh, it looks like the one view froze. Oh, interesting. We got that view working. Looks like our room view kind of froze up on us. All right, and Mike is back, so we'll resume play here. Oh yeah, you guys are okay. The players are like seeing if they're good to go. That they are. All right, 7-2, race to 10. Jeff to the table to break. Got to rack him up, and should be underway here shortly. All right, got a little action on the cue ball. Take a look. Got Ray up in the booth here for a hot minute. Just got done with a match. What's up, Ray? Oh, wait a sec. Why aren't you on? I can't.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
I just turned this one on, yeah.
Okay, I got you now. What's up?
What's up?
South Strip in the house.
Good little match here, 8-ball.
Yeah, got Jeff kind of running away a little bit. You got Mike coming to the table here.
Just kind of opened the door there. Didn't leave much, but believe it's open, huh? I think that was off the break.
Believe so. Where are you sitting in the tournament right now?
I just won the hot seat. I just finished my match for the hot seat. I think it was 27 players, something like that.
Nice.
So
what do you think of the U.S. Open this year?
Loved it. I worked all weekend, but after work the last 2 nights, when I got home, I watched some of it on YouTube, and I saw the finals last night. And man, that little guy, Baby Ko, he's
Ko Ping Chung, man. Put on in the semifinal, man. What a performance he put on. And not to take anything away from it, but he is getting like what a performance. And Shane did the same thing, but kind of one upped it because Shane at the Q Lee's tournament, he ran 9 out of 10 racks, never missed a ball. His opponent only got 2 shots, both from a hooked position. So, I mean that is a perfect game. I think Shane played a perfect, like if there is such thing as a perfect game, Shane played it, and I think Ping Chung was 1 ball away from a perfect game. It's just incredible pool.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go check that back mic again, see if I can get it going.
All right, man. All right, we got Coleman coming back in the booth with me. Ray's going to probably try to get on the mic and back. See if we can hear him. We got, can you hear me, Coleman?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, we got Mike on solids right now. 3 balls in trouble.
Yeah, I just had to grab another bottle of water sponsored by Jeff Gerald Martin. So
Wow, that's an interesting shot. I'll take another look at that. Take a look at how his cue comes off the stick. Yeah, see if we can take a... Watch the stick come off the cue here. Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of like picked it up really quick.
yeah, kind of a different little triangle between his thumb and forefinger for a bridge there. Kind of an awkward shot to take, but he drilled it. So
3 ball in trouble. And he's going to have to play the 7 off of the 9 to try to get this 3 out. If he plays the 7 clean, there's no chance to get that 3 out. And actually, the 7 off the 9 is not even going to go into the 3.
no.
Nope. Oh, it may actually. We'll see. Yeah, it might. Yes, it did.
Oh wow.
There it is. Nice imagination by Mike. I like it.
Yeah, and the 14 falls in front of the 3, but he landed in a good spot on the 1 where you can just kind of do like a drag draw just over the opposite side rail and perfect on the 3, and then he's just got to get back up for the 8.
He could just roll up too and play the 3 on the side. Get the cue to the bottom rail, but that's tricky. He might actually play the 3 in the upper left if he does that. So that's an option. It's either follow or draw, whatever he feels comfortable here with.
And if he plays it into the upper left, he could just follow it straight down the table and get behind the 8.
Yeah, lots of follow on that shot. That's tough. All right, it looks like he's putting a bottom left on this.
Yeah, just try to play that little drag type shot where you just kind of come across. I think he would have done all right to just play straight bottom there. That would have kept it a little higher. I think Jeff's pretty high percentage to get out from here.
I concur with that. I think he's just going to start at the bottom of the table here and work his way up, probably.
Yeah. Ooh, fell a little short. Maybe coming down into the 11.
Yeah, he's got to push that 11 over a little bit, I think. But to do that, you got to roll forward. I think he's. Yeah, I think he's gonna hit it. Yeah, it's nice. Got a thin little cut here, though. Cue ball's gonna be moving. Tough to control. And he controlled it really nice. So do you like rolling up here or just drawing over and playing the same pocket?
I play like a little bit of bottom with a little bit of right. Get it to dive down to the opposite side of the 8, taking the same corner.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Overran it, left himself a little tough. Kind of have a flyer for the cue ball, but he seems to have been controlling him pretty well so far.
Hung it.
Oh, wow.
Are you? He got the cue ball in the one spot where it might make this a tough out. I mean, wow. I mean, look at that. This is do or die here. Oh my God. Can you believe where that cue ball landed? Mike's got to be steaming about that.
Boy. Yeah, it was really the only place on the table where
I mean,
there's like, I mean, to get anywhere from there is difficult.
I'm telling you. I mean,
Ugh.
sometimes that's the way it rolls for you, right? Like, you either get the roll or you don't. And in Mike's case, he's not getting that roll. I mean, that is a 1 in a million. You know, like, if Jeff misses, like, where on the table could that ball end up where Mike doesn't have a shot? And that was like the only place, I think.
Yeah.
All right, 8-2, race to 10. Yeah, this is crunch mode here for Mike. I mean, it's really tough to come back from 6 games down, race to 10. Especially when Jeff's shooting as good as he is. You know, he's opening up the rack, but really not dropping a lot of balls.
Well, I think he made a ball on the first break. And one other break besides.
Was that it?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, just see, I mean, he's getting good spreads. Like, look at that spread. I'd love to come to the table with this spread.
Yeah, everything's got a home.
Yeah, I like the choice.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff's even moved a half ball off where he's been breaking from. You know, typically I give a break about 2 chances, and if I don't get a result, I'll move the cue ball around a little bit. Jeff has just stayed very consistent with where he's breaking from, and just getting fortunate that Mike has kind of run into some trouble on a couple of racks. So
Think that 6 goes by the 10 once the 7's down?
I would say so.
Yeah, then he fell a little
That-
short on the 7 there then.
When I think he could play like 4 ball and then 7 and draw up for the 6 in the side.
Yeah,
Float over for the 2.
it's just, yeah, you got to make sure that 6 does go by, and I think that's what he's looking at. Oh, he's gotten over the ball. What do they call that? I forget what they call that. Is it the Chinese snooker or something? You put yourself right over a ball like this.
Yeah.
And he's straight too, which oh no. He got away with it. It looked like it was going right into the side. You know, honestly, if that happens, Mike's got to be deflated if that goes in the side. Because he's like, I make that and I'm pretty good to get out. So. All right, one more good shot here to complete the run. This is a fun shot. I really love this shot. It's just a fun little kind of like stun draw off the rail. You kind of like let the cue ball like slide into the 2 almost. Or he could just play the natural angle and come right across and just play, that's probably the best way to play it. Just middle ball and maybe a little bit of draw and come in between the 8 and the 15 over that side rail. You're going to have a shot on the 8.
Yeah, kind of what you want to avoid is the like overgearing draw. That's how you scratch on the side.
That's the shot I'm talking about right there. That's just a fun shot to take.
It's like the little punchy stun draw type deal.
Yep. All right. Good looking run there for Mike. Put a little confidence under him. Oh, is that my mic or your mic?
First, I thought it was Ray, but he's standing right in front of us.
It's like Morse code. I do not know what's going on.
See if he makes the adjustment to keep the ball on the table. Both breaks thus far have been Hughes gotten away from him.
Not shaking it out.
Took a bit off that one.
Made a solid, it looks like.
Yep, pretty good result.
And solids he will probably take.
And I think if the 3 goes past the 12 down there, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, once the solids are out, 8-ball's got homes all day. So yeah, it's a key starter shot here. Does that 3 go by? I think it does. He's lining up as if it does. He's got to dance around the 8-ball a little bit. Wow, really not a great shot here to take. And just one little issue up top for Jeff to take care of. Oh, and the 8-ball.
And the 8-ball. And nothing really in that corner of the table to run at it with, so he's going to have to figure a breakout from up table somewhere.
Chris G in the chat. Where you at, Chris? Ray was trying to get in the back booth, but he couldn't get the mic to work. I was like, all hell, Chris G, where you at?
Wonder if he swings out of here. No.
Chris G is sitting in his recliner, well deserved. Was the man out on our road trip out to Connecticut. Helped bring alive a stream that was really awesome.
Ooh.
And shout out to Kendall Cook for an amazing job, very successful trip. We had a blast at Jason Shaw's pool hall. Between Kendall and Chris, they put in probably 3,000 hours inside of 4 days. Don't know how it's possible, but
You guys got Shaw to commentate for a little bit?
yeah, we got Shaw at the very end with Appleton, and that was pretty good. I mean, like some players want more, let's talk about the game commentary, and some people want more, hey, I want to chit chat with you. So it's like hit or miss, but I thought they did an awesome job interacting with the crowd and, reading some of the questions. It was really, and they gave you like a look into the life of like a pro pool player.
Yep.
Telling different stories and, what it's like to be in the position that certain players are in. And they can also commentate shots that like I can't do that. You know what I mean? They could look at someone like, oh, I can't believe he dogged that one, or they'll tell him like he made a huge mistake there. What a bonehead move, or I'm not gonna say that about someone who's like 5 levels above me, 500 levels above me is what I meant to say. But
yeah, and the type of players that are at an event like that see each other so often.
Oh,
I'm sure it's much easier for them to say stuff like that and have the guy take it lightly than
yeah, exactly.
Us sitting here.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Potentially casual acquaintances or guys we've never met before. Like, oh yeah, this guy's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jeff is playing in the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame tournament.
But yeah, and they had stories for days too. It was just fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can, obviously Jason is by no means an old school guy. Because I think he's younger than me yet.
He's actually the same age as me, I think.
Oh.
I think. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
But that's one of the benefits of, like, the pros obviously have a ton of stories because they've played just a phenomenal amount of pool. But it's kind of the same deal when you get a couple of like old school guys together, and you get them talking about places they've gone and people they've played.
Oh wow, yeah, he's much younger than me. Wow.
How old is he?
Oh no, I got two different things here. Okay, so yeah, he was born in '88. I guess that's one of the things. So, how someone's good at math.
Yeah, so he's 35. Will be 35 or is 35.
I thought he was in my age. I thought he was older. He was. I mean, it's a cool thing too. You get to see a different side of the players, and Jason was in. He made it to the final 16 Q League tournament. I mean, you got 64 players. Must say 50 of them were in the top 100, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, talking top pool players in the world, and Jason's in the top 16 of this tournament with the best players in the world. Like, he's just supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the confidence, and he's in the back of the kitchen cooking, right? And someone else is like, "Hey, Jason, you're up on the TV table," and he's like, "I slice them and dice them," and he's just having a great old time, and it was just really cool to see, and just how, yeah, it's just a whole nother look into that world, and it was fun. And then also shout outs to Mason was there, helped out, and MH. He actually sat in the commentary booth for like quite a while. So that guy was a champ. I had quite a few players in there. And we had this guy I met, his name was Pancake. And another pro player, Dell, did quite a bit in the booth as well. Imrid Majid. Sat in the booth for quite some time, and he did really well in the U.S. Open. I think he made it to the 32 or 16. I can't remember how deep he went. He had a nice run.
Yeah, Imrid's one of those guys that when he commentates, like his knowledge of the game is just light years beyond what I'm even capable of thinking about. So it's always really entertaining to listen to him.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Jeff can do here. Back to the game.
He's missed it.
Oh, he missed it completely. All right, so ball in hand. I want to say you start 6 to the 7 or 7 to the. I like 6 to the 7 personally. Or 6 to the 5, but I don't like that. I think 6 to the 7, then it clears up everything for the 5. Yeah, like 6, 7, 2 on the side. 8, 2's your money ball. Oh, he might just. Is he playing a combo or is he playing safe here? What is he doing?
I don't know.
I mean,
personally, I go 2, 6, 5, 7.
He's calling a 5-6 combo on the side.
He must be planning on rolling forward with it a little bit, so he still ends up safe if he misses.
I don't understand the combo here. But if it works, it works. He's going to have a tough time getting on the 7 ball now. Yeah, I'm a little confused there. I mean, another thing he could do is he could just sell the 5 down and play safe, but
I think he called this safe. I think I'll pocket the 2. Yeah. Take it down by the end rail.
yeah,
I do think that he left on the edge of the 12.
definitely did. And I don't know if that 12-10's wired, but if he runs into it, does it kick the 10 over? Probably not, but possible.
Whatever Jeff does here, he does need to knock those balls apart.
Chris, you're funny.
Calling the 12 in case it goes.
Wow, did he just? That's a nice shot. That's a really nice shot. Because he doesn't leave an entirely easy shot, and he develops the table. And look at how close he comes to his 5 ball. I mean, whoo, right?
Yeah, that's better eyes than I have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to see that line. I'd have a little blurry fuzz on the 5 ball. Like
He drills it. Oh, that's a great shot.
yeah, you make a shot like that, you earned your out for sure. Jeff made him work for it with a really nice shot there, but Mike came back with a good shot of his own and gives himself a chance to get out here.
Oof.
Oh, rut-row.
It's like a big problem that I have is I'll make a really nice shot in the one after it. Obviously, that one is still not the easiest of shots, but I'll make just this fantastic shot, and the next one could be a little dinker in the side.
Oh, yeah.
Dog it.
We call that, yeah, I did that a few times today. We call it, that one's for you, this one's for me, and this one for me is, it's never free. It's always bad. All right, so I like to save here. Just roll up, get in between the 8 between the 5 and the cue. No need to try to get out here. I like that play. It's safe. And Jeff trying to get to the hill here in this race to 10. And Mike trying to keep him off of it. Yeah, he's thinking if I don't get a hit, it's bad trouble. So he's jumping in the side, I think. Where do you think? Yeah, he's got to be going on the side. Jumping all the way down is going to be tough.
Boy, he's got to pretty much land on it.
Yep. He's got to get up and down. Yeah, that's hard to do when you got to jump that distance, but get down. That means you really got to pop it up. So if anything, he's likely to land on top of the 5. And that means cue ball's going bye-bye.
Well, he's thinking about it.
I think you're almost better off kicking at this long rail, I think that's the shot, the one he just lined up. I'm not a fan of the jump here, unless you really got a good control.
You got a hit.
Got a good hit. All right, nice layup here for Jeff. Just roll forward about a half a diamond from where that 12's at would be perfect. Or maybe actually to the diamond above it. I think I like that. He is straight. You just don't want to follow it in. Perfect. Smart shot, playing conservatively into the side. I like those where you don't got to move the cue ball a lot. And you take a little bit of a tougher shot, but I mean, it's just a smart shot. Very well controlled. Nice out there by Jeff. Gets him on the hill.
Yeah, and I think mentally, moving the cue ball a little less, knowing what your shot's going to be, even if it's a little tougher, instead of going to make an easier shot and overrunning it and having it end up tough.
100%.
A lot easier to stomach that than overrunning it and end up on the 50-yard line or something like that. So,
yeah, my rule of thumb is the less you move the cue ball, the better. Well, I mean, in my case, because when I move the cue ball, things can go disastrously wrong. And you'll see some players that they're able to do that. They're able to play position to where they don't have to move the cue ball around. And then you'll see other players, and like Earl's a great example of this. He dances that cue ball around the table like he loves it. It's like an old school way of playing. I mean, spinning off the rail and but players coming up today, like the real mechanical players, like Fedor Gorst and Koping Chung, man, those guys, they really control the cue ball and they move it as little as possible.
Yeah, I think it serves guys that can kind of get that flowing style like Earl. If your arm starts to lock up a little bit under pressure, if you can just kind of let your cue loose and just turn it out and not have to worry about that little touch position all the time, I think is ultra beneficial if you can do it.
Yeah. So we are 9-3. Are we on another player break? Let's check it out.
Yeah, I
think we're still
Jeff's still standing there. Must be waiting for Mike to come back.
Yeah, and I've got our pool room view cam is kind of out of commission right now. It's just frozen. Chris, we have a camera down. But we have a lot of cameras now. We got some cool new cameras. We got one camera that pans around the room 360 degrees. Really cool. I have no idea how to work it, but if I did, it's a nice feature to have.
Oh.
All right. This will be Jeff's last break of the night.
Boy, and it's
like a soft break kind of.
Probably his worst break of the night as well.
Yeah, it really bunched up there at the top of the table. As you're looking at it. I always get people confused, like when I'm saying top of the table, they're thinking like of a pool table, not the view. I always talk about top of the table as you're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Jeff didn't deviate from his break at all there. All 10 racks were broken exactly the same width. Not any like outstanding results by any stretch of the imagination.
Conversation to have with them on the way back up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But it might go like, well, I did win.
Yeah.
Maybe it's part of his strategy. All right, Mike had one run earlier today off the break. He's going to need another one, I think, if he wants to stay alive here. Stripe's got some work to do. Solids definitely have the advantage in the rack. But that 8-ball is not sitting pretty for Solids.
The good news is you should be able to kind of run into that cluster pretty strong. Because I don't think the 8-ball is laced anywhere, so.
Yeah, he might be able to do. I mean, he could do it right now with the 5. I think if he's got the right angle. I mean, the earlier you go into that, the better. I usually say. Like what you don't want to do is use the 6, like your last ball, and go into it. I mean,
So then you're really just hoping for.
yeah, you're hoping and poking. Yeah, he's starting to work himself into a box here. Or what I call one ball hell. All right, now he probably could go 2 rails into the pack here, and you kind of got to hope for the best if you do. Or do you just still try to get on the 3? I mean,
Boy.
yeah, because let's say you make the 1, you get on the 3 with no angle to get into the pack, then you're stuck shooting the 3 and then playing the 2 to what? I mean, it's going to get really tough real quick. This is where some players will say, if you can't see the out here, stop making balls.
Yeah. And, you know, an effective shot for him might just be to roll the 1 down, like off the end rail and back up. Just so it's not pinned to the end rail, obviously.
Get it up by the rest of your balls there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leave the cue ball down on this end of the table.
Yeah, I like that shot. I mean, it's a developing shot, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't really give, I mean, the 11-9 combo, but that's
Yeah,
a long way from being a straight end shot. So,
yeah, I like your idea. Yeah, get that 1 ball. Develop your table. If he makes this 1 ball, and gets on the 3, it's like, where are you going? If he makes the 1 and goes into the pack and develops it, all right, you got something to work with maybe. Tricky, tricky, tricky. And that was a shot, but he missed it. Anyway,
I think you left Jeff on the 11.
I think you're probably right. See if the overhead can give us a little bit better of a view on it. Perhaps, or maybe our side view. No, side view ain't going to do anything. Kind of, yeah, I think he's... What's his body language saying? Body language is saying it's a little tough.
Yeah. I think he's playing
safe.
Yep.
Smart shot.
That's a good one too.
Really didn't develop much for his position. Does put his opponent in a tricky one, though. Yeah, like right now, you got to think Jeff has control of the table, I think.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where, Jeff will do well for himself by keeping a majority of his balls on the table.
Yeah, open them up one at a time. Just keep hooking your opponent. Just develop your situation. Uh-oh. Ooh. That was close to scratching. Do you attack the 13 here, or do you still play a little conservative and what are you doing? Yeah, he's gonna play it. Tough shot off the rail here. I mean, textbook. Nails it.
No, he's kind of in the same position where you make the 12, and then what? You know, the 11 goes on the side, but it's tricky.
I mean, if he's got the 11 on the side, you probably take it now, get up to, and then play the 9. But yeah, you play the 12 here. Can you draw into the 8? Can't.
I think he'll roll forward. Because he needs to roll forward to get the position to make the 11.
Nice shot. All right. If he makes this 11, he's got to get on the 9 somehow. Unless he can find his way back to the 15 somehow. This is getting tricky.
You should be able to play just kind of straight top. The cue will push the 9 over to the end rail, and the top will take off the 9 and just send the cue ball up, table up the end rail a little bit.
I think he's going to be playing the 9 in the upper left corner after this. If he does what I think it's going to do. But I could be way off here. Nope. He hit it harder and is playing it in the other corner. And he's looking at the 15 next, which offers good opportunity to kind of bust up his work a little bit. But what are you gonna? How's your roll gonna be? Yeah, this is looking good here. So yeah, he's gonna kind of bump the pack here a little bit. That is gonna work pretty good.
Yeah, we'll just have to kind of play a fourth and back shot.
Yeah,
Off both rails and back over for the 10.
think you'll have to put some inside though to keep it from going the other way. So it makes it tough. So you definitely don't want it scratching on the side. That speed is really good. Yeah, you hit that really nice. That was probably the game-winning shot as long as he gets out here.
Yeah, he'll end up with about the same shot on the 8. Underhit it a touch, but by no means making it a difficult shot.
That's a match, folks. Jeff remains your current knight. Let's look at the shot that kind of got him over the hump here. Back and forth, really good speed. Congratulations to both players. So we will be back in about 2 weeks. Next week is going to be the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame, so we will not be streaming. And look out for our new channel. It's going to be under the open stream. We weren't able to go live with it today. Well, we were able to go live, just not share it. I don't know the ins and outs.
Like, not allowed to publicly go live.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we're able to broadcast it, but it doesn't show up on the channel. I'm not too familiar with what exactly is going on with it, but We should be up in 2 weeks with it, so make sure you let everybody know. And thanks for joining us. We'll see y'all in about 2 weeks.